What up, people? Was good. Today I'll be talking about the Headies Award. I'll be talking about the Headies Award. The controversy about the Headies Award or IPTV being partial with the awards. Domination by actors and Big Brother Nigeria celebrities. The event was actually dominated by actors and Big Brother Nigeria celebrities instead of the top musician as it's supposed to be. Then the controversy of Wizkid taking moving the whole music industry to London, or let me say 90% of the music industry to London. Actually, a lot of people might say, "Oh, that is not the right statement," or the award is bigger than Wizkid show. The show Wizkid show is bigger than. I'm not here to talk about who is bigger. What I'm here to talk about is that what I think might have been the cause for that, and the rivalry that I've seen between Wizkid and award organizers. I'm not talking of IPTV or Headies particularly. I'm talking of general award organizers, the Nigerian Music Award, the Headies, the MTV, BET. So let's get straight to the business of the video. Firstly, Headies Award, it was marvelous last night, and you know most of the people that I expected that they are going to go home with awards, they went home with awards. But the people who didn't were unable to win some awards, we have their fans ranting all over social media and all over platforms that that they are worthy to be given awards. Even some people were actually clamoring for. I think Kubagidi posted he tweeted something or posted it. Was it on? Yes, I think it was on his Instagram status that when the Rima came to the music industry, that he was supposed to be winning next rated instead of other people that were nominated, like the likes of Zlatan, who is party. But I don't think it's about who came first. So it's about voting and it's about your performance. So a lot of people were actually saying, how many hit songs has Zlatan got? Zlatan actually had hit songs, but getting next rated is not about hit songs. I think, right? It's about the fame, it's about the vibe you created, and it's about how much people has voted for you. So, that is how it's gone. And more, if we look into Zlatan do the streets Ibile song and things like that. We know the kind of music Rema participates in. So I think someone would have either of them are having Rema. I think Rema is having more fans that are ready to vote for him more than Zlatan. I think so. But if you have something opposite to that, well, I don't know. And the next thing I'm going to talk about is the partiality in Headies Award. Are there actually partiality in Headies Award? Because the most controversy that has been coming up about Headies Award has usually been about the next rated. This year is for, what's the name? Rema and Zlatan. Majorly, that's the major point of controversy. There are a lot of other nominees as well, but people actually paid more attention to that of Zlatan and Rema. The rivalry between them. I'm talking of the next rated. So I think, I think the artists should be paying more attention to the awards as well. If the artists that know that they need an award or they want to win a particular award, they should be paying more attention into winning it. Getting their fans to vote. Shilling for the awards as well, and not just relaxing and thinking that because I have it on, because I have the vibes, because I have followers, I have the fans. That means no. It is getting those fans to vote for you actually. So that's what I think. Yeah, but if you don't really care about the award, then if you lose the award, you don't need to. Or if your artist, this is to the followers or the fans. If your favorite artist lose the award and you don't vote, so you shouldn't be bothering yourself, right? For example, someone like Wizkid, you can't see Wizkid fans, ranting about you're supposed to be getting this award. Why? Because even the artist doesn't even care about the award, right? So that is it. The third thing I'm going to talk about is how Whiskey actually took, should I say 90% or the whole music industry? But because if we're talking about the raves of the moment, we can't talk about the raves of the moment by leaving the likes of Tenny behind, by leaving the likes of Victor Ed behind, Victor Adere behind, and some other people, some other musicians who actually attended the event. So I can say he moved 90% of the music industry to London just to perform in his Starboy Fest show, and it's been a marvelous show actually. Both the Headies the the Starboy Fest. But what I've seen as what has been catching my attention is this. What do you think could cause that? By when Wizzy actually know? Because from a lot of from the sources that I got my information from, I heard that Edis has fixed their own dates before Wizzy released the date for his Starboy Fest. So why do we think about that? That means Wizzy doesn't care about Eddie's award. If you like, give me the award. If you like, don't like. We don't care about the award. Like they treated the award like the award doesn't mean shit. And there was a time actually that Wizzy said, "There's nothing like awards, or there's no big deal about awards. Award shows is just a group of award is just a group of people who came together to organize a show." And this happened when he rejected, or I can't say he rejected actually, when he refused to go out and receive the BET award he actually won from BET. Then he didn't go. There was a time he didn't go for the award. There was a time he was nominated, he won the award, and he came to the show to watch, but he never go out there to receive the award. Why? Because he said he couldn't take it by receiving the award behind the stage, or getting the award even before the show started. That's like demarcation, or what can I call that? Demarcation is not the right word. Should I say uh, that's like a hate, or should I call that racism, or uh, you know, I can't pinpoint the right word for that at the moment. So I think they should do something about that as well. But actually, BET has actually corrected their mistake, their mistake, and the next award show by BET after that, that was when they started giving the award to African artists on stage instead of behind the stage that they used to. And I can see that the African music industry, or Nigerian music industry, and the African music industry, the Nigerian music industry is still the African music industry now. Nigeria actually constitutes, let me say, bigger. But I don't want to go into that. People from other countries might start. Please. But I'm actually gonna make another video about that to talk about the music industry, the Nigerian music industry, and other countries. Actually, I don't mean any hate towards any other country. But what I'm just trying to say is that challenging each other and trying to do better than each other is gonna make the industry actually get better as well. So that's just all I'm trying to. That's the point I'm trying to make. So another point is that. So that's just the issue I've seen. That's what I've seen about the rivalry I see between Wizzy and the award shows organizers. So he's trying to teach them lesson. He's really, really doing a lot of reorientation. Like he's changing things. He's putting forward some rebellious actions, positive ones, I think. Positive ones that is shaping the minds of those award organizers, that the artists are not superior to them, that you can't just be loading over the artist anyhow. And the one that he did, was it not in 2015 or 2016 or 2017? I don't know, I can't really remember. So, and then that one has really, really corrected the perception of the whites, or the West, or the Western entertainment authorities, to respect Africa more. And now, if you can see, since then there has really, really been more attention toward African music. Now you're hearing Afro R&B, Afro this, Afro that, and even a lot of Western music these days. There's still a little element of Afro in almost every music worldwide now. So that's just it. That's just what I've seen. And another thing is just that the last thing is the Naira Marley's leg work, the dance and shit like that. Even Naira Marley actually posted it this morning that the leg work, that his leg work, his Zanku dance was bigger than the Headies 2019 award. Isn't that a shit? It's like the whole music industry actually ganged up against the Headies, but well, whatever that is. Well. I think more things are going to unveil and more things are going to be revealed with time for the reason why the dates of those two big shows has clashed over each other. So that's my take on that.